Hi there and welcome to a new video in which we are going to be talking about Astrocade. This is an AI platform, okay, that allows you to create complete games by just writing text prompts. That's why it's usually called the ChatGPT for game development. So the first thing that you will see when you go to their website is this interface, this feed, okay, with featured games that have been created with this AI. So as you can see, not only can you create new stuff, but actually play what is already here. So for example, a game that I particularly like here is called Pixel Racer. So if we just click on it and we give it a second, we can press play. And this is a racing game, okay? So we move with W, A, S, and D from in each lane. And as you can see, we have some power-ups, I know, shields and even more stuff. So as you can see, they are pretty kind of complete games, and well, we have to make sure that we are able to survive for as long as possible. And once again, all these things, the sprites, the assets, the code, the particles, the text, everything has been AI generated by just writing text prompts. So indeed, it's pretty incredible. Now, you know what would be even more incredible? Basically being able to kind of get to modify this game and add whatever we wanted, right? So fortunately, they've just added this new remix button over here on the top right. So what you can get to do is just press here remix, okay? And it's just gonna take some time to load in. And what you're going to be able to see here are the text prompts that have been used in order to generate the game. And the cool thing is that you can here write, okay, whatever you want to add to this game, okay? Or any other game that you may find on Astrocade's feed. And actually make it like a unique creation based on something that already somebody has created. So this is gonna allow you to create games way faster, okay, than starting completely from scratch, for example. Or if you found, I know, a game concept, for example, you did want to create your own racing game, well, here you have a pretty solid base. From here you can add whatever you wanted, right? So another thing that you can do here is press edit, okay, and here you can like tweak a lot of things, for example, game settings, so you can modify the difficulty level, you can enable coins, speed boost, shields, etc. You can even modify the game title, or let's say that we want to make some element a little bigger. So for example, here I have the player car, so I can modify the vehicle color. So let's make it, I don't know, let's make it pink, for example. But I believe that right now this is locked over here, that's why it's not taking effect, but you get the example here. You can click like a lot of things and basically modify them as you want. For example, here the starting lane used to be 1, but let's say that we don't want to start on lane 1, we want to start on 0, so we can do that. And now when we press play, it's gonna take some time and we should be starting in lane 0. So there we go. So well, I believe that you do get the idea. So for example, something that maybe I would like to do is to add some kind of coin, but in reality here there is already a coin that exists. As you can see, this one, okay, that is a coin, but we believe, no, we can't see how many coins we have collected. So let's say that we do want to see how many coins we have collected. So for example, I will just write this prompt and send it. And then over here, where this is gonna take some time, so it's saying something like 1 minute or so, so let's be patient. So here it is. It was actually pretty fast. It was something like 1 minute and 15 seconds maybe. So let's see if now we do have that interface. So right now there it is. In reality here now it doesn't have its own UI, but as you can see, it is added here in the score. Every some seconds I believe we have some score that's been added, but also when we collect coins, as you can see, it's added directly here. Once again, if I actually wanted to create a new interface for this, we maybe should have told the AI, you know, like create a brand new UI for this that is not related to the current scoring system. But you know, this was just an example for you to see what is possible. Then what I also wanted to show you is this game, okay, that is not currently available on the feed, okay, at the moment of recording this video, but Astrocade personally sent this game to me just for us to be able to play around a little bit with it. So we can actually, once again, use the remix button and do whatever we want with this game. And here we have it, okay? So it's pretty interesting, okay, because once again, you get to see how exactly this has been created. So take a look at the prompt here that the user has used in order to generate this. So as you can see, it's some kind of virtual pet game. But well, take a look at how specific the person has been, so pretty interesting. So here we can do any adjustments, wishing for it or writing here for whatever we want, and here on the right we can actually play. So here we have our virtual pet, so like here the health decreases over time, and we have to feed him, okay, or her, I don't know, in order to kind of keep it alive. So we can feed it, okay, and as you can see, well, once again, animations, particles, so it's pretty interesting, okay, emojis, so I know it really blows away my mind. And you also just press fly over here, and well, your dragon is exploring the mystical lands, and well, we just have to wait 30 seconds. So there it is, okay, and as you can see, we now have like more health, let's say. So basically that, it's really interesting, the fact that you can feed this creature, you have the particles, animations, everything, like even a variety of foods. As you can see, we have this kind of raw steak or something like that, but then here this one is different, so I don't know, it really blows away my mind. Once again, 100% generated with just text, and even not a lot of text. Like here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 prompts, 6, 7, 8, 9, let's say something like 10 prompts, and this was generated, okay, so pretty interesting. So now let me actually show you how you can take, for example, this game or whatever game it is, and actually get to modify it and add your own stuff. So for example, here what comes to my mind is that you can feed this creature for as long as you want. Like you can, if I want, I can press this 100 times, okay, and I will always be able to feed this. So what would be amazing would be to add some kind of coin. So if you want to buy the food for this dragon, you have to pay some amount of money, and then if you want to kind of be able to earn some money, earn some coins, you have to fly it, okay. So that would be the wish that I want. So let me write that prompt. So for example, here's the prompt I will use. I want to add a coin. It will be used to buy the food the dragon needs. You earn this money when you finish flying. So in reality, it may seem like something simple, okay, but in reality there are a lot of things involved, because in reality you're gonna be needing a UI, the logic to spend the money when feeding it, and the logic to actually earn that money when you finished flying. So a lot of things. So I'm really curious about how this AI is gonna be able to do it. Also here I have like here this button that, okay, here tells me that it's gonna take something like 4 minutes. So that's also something that I really like about this platform, because maybe there are other AIs or things like this, and you ask for something and it takes literally 30 seconds, 10 seconds to generate, and if that's the case, probably it's because the result is not very good, you know. So maybe here you do have to wait some time, but once this works, like once this finishes, like probably the final result is way better than you have expected, okay. Of course you can iterate on this, maybe you need to adjust stuff, whatever it is, but at least the first result that you have is pretty good. And here it is, okay, so after waiting for some minutes, here we have the final answer, okay, and well, we can play it again, so let's see what we end up having. So indeed here we have the coins counter. It has adjusted all the UI to make it fit over here, okay, so pretty amazing. Of course, maybe the best thing would have been maybe to put it over here, I was thinking, but you know, the UI is pretty good itself, okay. And once again, the prompt wasn't that accurate, or yes, it wasn't that accurate. Here, take a look at the previous prompts that were used, so you have to be way more descriptive, but well, this is just an example. So when we feed it, we should be able to spend these coins, but it seems that it hasn't been able to spend these coins. Yes, but here it hasn't implemented, like the coins are ready to be used for buying food in future updates, but at least let's first of all try if flying actually gives us some coins, and then I will just tell it, okay, yes, do add the functionality to spend them when you buy the food. And there we go, it's finished, okay, we had the pop-up and we have 9 more coins, so pretty interesting. I will just do it again, just for you to see how the countdown ends and starts again. Sorry, not starts again, but just I have the pop-up right there when this finishes. So here we have it, 3, 2, 1, and the pop-up and everything, and 11 coins earned, and there we go. So once again, we could tell here the AI, okay, do add the functionality to spend the coins and all that, but you know, it does take some minutes. So I believe that you did get the point. Another thing that you can do is press here on edits in this case. And here you have a lot of game settings, flight duration, mid height, particle density. I know you have like a lot of things. So that's pretty interesting. You can even press on mostly anything, okay, and do whatever you want. So for example, this is the dragon, so you can, I don't know, make it bigger, let's say, or even smaller. Maybe smaller, at least for me, I believe looks better. So that's pretty interesting. We have eye glow, so we can make this outline or glow actually better. Hunger, well, we have here the hunger. So as you can see, you can literally modify whatever you want. So go ahead and go to astrocade.com and start using this incredible AI tool. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.